What's good, y'all? The Boston Celtics last season were a super dominant team. Throughout the whole regular season, they were by far the best team out east, the best team in the NBA last year. And then when it came playoff time, they went 16-3 on the route to winning their NBA championship. They looked absolutely incredible and looked like far and above the best team in the NBA. And so far this season, they're looking better. And that's a little bit unusual to say, considering the Celtics didn't really do any crazy moves this offseason. They really just focused on keeping the whole group together, throwing out some extensions to a few different guys, but they didn't really bring in any new free agents. They didn't draft any high caliber players or anything like that. They just internally got better, which again is very scary considering how dominant they were last year. The system that the Celtics are using from last year to this year is pretty much the same. Basically, you just try to get a paint touch, you collapse the defense, you kick it out to a three-point shooter, and then you keep the connected passing going until you have an open shot. That's the whole scheme of the Celtics. They're just hunting open three-pointers. And obviously that system is working right now. They have the second best offense in the NBA. They shoot the most threes out of any other team. They shoot over 50 threes a game, which is insane. And not only do they shoot a bunch of threes, though, they shoot the three ball very well, shooting around 38% from three as a team. And if you just look at the pure shooting talent that this team has, they have no shortage of that. Al Horford is shooting 48% from three. They also have Peyton Pritchard shooting 42%. Derek White shooting 41%, Jason Tatum shooting 39%, Jrue Holiday shooting 39%. That's 5 players that are almost shooting 40% or better on a lot of volume too. And that's not even including a guy like Sam Hauser, who right now has started off the year in a slump, but he is a career 40+% three-point shooter. Jaylen Brown, he hasn't really been hitting too much either to start the year. And he historically as a career hasn't been a super great shooter, but he's still a guy that has to be respected, and you do not want to leave him wide open for shots. And it would be hard enough if that alone was just the scheme. If you had Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown in an ISO situation, everyone else just spacing out and they just go get to the basket and kick it out. That would be super hard to guard just as a base level. But the Celtics have another fold on top of that where basically all of their rotational players can shoot the three ball, can dribble, can pass, and have high IQ. And when you have all of that combined throughout pretty much your whole rotation, it's damn near impossible to stop the Celtics. Instead of like a Houston Rockets James Harden situation where it's just everyone spaced out, ISO guy with the ball, and then they kick out just to a catch and shoot guy. It's not that simple. Obviously that does happen where, you know, Jason Tatum drives, kicks it out to Derek White, knockdown three. But Derek White also has the IQ and the ability to know, all right, they're going to be closing out hard on me. Let me hit him with the pump fake, then dribble, drive to the basket, get a layup, or kick it out and restart the process again. Or guys like Jrue Holiday, he knows he can cut to the basket when Jason Tatum turns his back, because then he'll hit him right there on the pass, get an easy lay. Al Horford knows he can relocate to the corner because that'll be open space for him on that drive. Like, it all combined with the movement, the shooting, the player personnel, it's really incredibly difficult to stop the Celtics. But that's what they did last year. I made the claim that they got better, and now I'm going to talk about the reasons why, starting off with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is legitimately an MVP candidate, a top 5 player in the NBA. He is looking the best he ever has. I've been personally a guy who's had Jason Tatum around like that 7 to 10 range, like the bottom half of top 10 player throughout these last few seasons. And I know some people already had him in that top 3, top 5, whatever discussion. I'm ready to say that now. Jason Tatum is 100% a top 5 player in the NBA. And I don't know if that comes from the chip on his shoulder from the whole, you know, he got snubbed from finals MVP, didn't have the best performance in the NBA finals, still won it though. And then in the Olympics, the whole DNP stuff with Steve Kerr. I don't know if that got him a little bit more motivated or not, but again, he's been absolutely incredible to start the season, averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 39% from three, like career year for Jason Tatum. And I think the main thing that jumps out the page to me this season with Jason Tatum is his jump shot. His jump shot has never looked better. I know there were reports that he was trying to tweak it and rework it this offseason, and whatever he did, it worked for sure. He is shooting 11 three-pointers a game, a career high for him, obviously. extremely high volume while also shooting over 39% from those attempts. And he's getting these threes off in a variety of ways. From catch and shoot, he's shooting 48% from three on these shots. And then off the dribble threes, he also is one of the highest volume off the dribble three guys in the NBA right now, shooting around 35% from those. And obviously, when you're a focal point of an offense and that offense's main objective is to get a bunch of three-point shots, it benefits your team to be a very high volume and high level three-point shooter. Jason Tatum has been doing just that this season. But then also other aspects of his game, he's looked incredibly well. I didn't realize this until I was doing some research on stats for this video. Jason Tatum is shooting 90% at the rim this season. 90%. I could not believe that. I know Jason Tatum has always been a great finisher. He's got the big body, the size, the strength, the athleticism. He has the whole package to be a great finisher, and he has throughout his whole career. But 90% this season? Chill out, JT. Chill out. And then also his playmaking has been very good this season as well, averaging a career high 5.9 assists per game while keeping his turnovers around the same that they were in previous seasons. Always love to see that, the increase in playmaking ability. Obviously, like I've been saying too, this whole scheme that the Celtics are running is heavily based off of three-point shooting and playmaking. So for the fact that Jason Tatum improved both of those categories this offseason, I'm blown away. Another guy that has really impressed me on the Celtics this season is Peyton Pritchard. He is a legitimate Sixth Man of the Year candidate right now. I would probably have him top 3, if not even the winner of this award. He has been absolutely fantastic for the Celtics coming off their bench, really elevated his game a lot. He's averaging 15 points per game coming off the Celtics bench while shooting over 42% from three on almost 9 attempts per game. That is 15th in the entire league. Not just players coming off the bench. 15 players. There's only 14 other players shooting more threes than Peyton Pritchard, and he's coming off the Celtics bench. He has become the definition of a spark plug where he will come into the game and the Celtics will damn near run through him, where he is just bringing the ball up, getting his three-point shot off. They'll drive and kick out to him, who's spotting out at the hash. You know, he's got like unlimited range. We know he's got the great range from like the half-court heaves and stuff. He has been just abnormally good at that his whole career. But even in the half-court on those set shots, catch and shoot off the dribble, whatever it is, he has great range there also. And there's that expression, the rich get richer. If you told me that last year's Celtics team was adding a Sixth Man of the Year candidate, I would say you're crazy, but that just seems exactly like what they did this season. And while we're talking about improvement off the Celtics bench, I want to give a big shout out to Neemias Queta, who's really carved himself out a great rotational spot in this team. Coming into the season, I wasn't sure if the Celtics were going to lean on Neemias or lean on Luke Kornet, maybe some Xavier Tillman. Neemias Queta has definitely seems like he's the guy that the Celtics are really honing in on as their backup big, that great 7-foot size, the athleticism he got. If I'm being honest, he looks like a 7-foot Robert Williams out there. When you talk about a guy that will rebound the ball, dive to the basket as a roller, and then defend and block shots. That's all what he does. He's also incredibly good at moving his feet, or not incredibly good, but surprisingly good, I should say, at his size. He can really move his feet on defense if he gets switched out on the perimeter or in the pick and roll. He's been pretty solid at. And again, the rich get richer. And in this video, I'm only highlighting a few things from the Celtics that I've seen this year, not including the fact that Derek White seems to got even better at three-point shooting while still being a great driver, defender, passer. Same things could be said about Jrue Holiday, who has a lot of those same qualities. Al Horford has yet to look like he's aged. Like I said, I could go on and on and on praising about the Celtics. But also, I went through this whole video talking about how they got better without mentioning the fact that they have Kristaps Porzingis just chilling on their bench, waiting to get fully healthy, and then they get to add him to this lineup. If I'm being honest, I don't know how a single team in the NBA right now would beat this Celtics team in a 7-game series. That's obviously excluding injury or anything crazy happening like that, but looking at the teams right now, I really can't fathom it, and that pains me to say as a Knicks fan. I hope my Knicks can make it out the Eastern Conference, but if we have to go through the Celtics, I don't know, man. What do you guys think, though? Do you think the Celtics are going to repeat this season? Is it too early to tell? Do you have someone that you think can knock them down? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. In the description, there's links to all my social media, so make sure you follow me on all those to keep up to date with me. Catch y'all.